Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Georg Mack Plays the Classics. Fantasy Zone is back on consoles over 3 years since making its debut on the Sega Master System. You're back in the cockpit of Opa Opa, and you need to save the Fantasy Zone from the alien attackers. In order to do so, you're going to have to kill all the baddies and their bases while collecting as much money as you possibly can to build up your arsenal. Not much has changed since 1986. The levels are the same. The controls are the same. Button 2 shoots guns, button 1 drops bombs. The bosses are the same. The music is the same. The graphics are basically the same. Slightly nicer? Sure. The enemy bases now have a jewel on them that change color as they take damage, so that's nice. I felt, but didn't verify, that coins disappeared more quickly than I felt they should have. The annoying shot mechanic is back, where you have to rack up enough money for the balloon to appear. Weapon power-ups must be equipped as you leave, and are only useful for a limited amount of time. The lasers, wide shot, and 7-way shot all return. Bombs are one-off weapons, except for the twin bomb, which allows 2 on screen at once. Speed boosting items are back, and you still really only want the big wigs. When it comes to grading Fantasy Zone on TurboGrafx-16, graphics get a 2.0. The graphics are fine, but have barely advanced beyond the original release. Sound gets a 1.5. The music and sound effects haven't lived up to my memory. Gameplay gets a 2.0. It plays like it should, but there are many more enemies and bullets on screen, hampering maneuvering. Difficulty gets a 1.5. The extra enemies and bullets make navigating levels much more unfriendly. Fun factor gets a 1.0. There was a lot of frustration in this port of Fantasy Zone. I don't think the TurboGrafx-16 got a good port. Overall, Fantasy Zone earns a 1.6 and gets a C-. If I was looking for a port of Fantasy Zone to play, this would not be the one I choose. Well, that's going to do it for me for today. Please make sure to like this video. Let me know what you think of Fantasy Zone on the TurboGrafx-16 in the comments. And please subscribe to Head Drop Productions here on YouTube, because we want you here for each and every video we release, because it is your destiny.